Well, hey there, guys, and welcome back. On this week's show, we're looking at a new Halloween animatronic. Well, anyone that's been a viewer of the show for any length of time knows how much my wife and I love Halloween. Most of our decorations are made by us. There are some store-bought ones, things like our werewolf David, but most of them are made by us. Dracula, spider webs, etc. We've even done some static decorations here on the show, like the Grim Reaper. But this year, we took a little trip to Home Depot to look at their animatronics for this year, and they had a whole bunch of them sitting there that we went through and checked them all out. But there was one in particular that really held our interest, and that was their 6.5-foot animated skeleton. They call him Skelly. So we checked him out. He's a little pricey, but there's enough in the show budget that we were able to get him for today's show. And of course, we took him to the cache, took him out, loaded him up in the van, and brought him home. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. We're going to take him out of the box. We're going to assemble him. We're going to play with him a bit and show you guys what is involved with this particular animatronic. So without further ado, let's crack this box open and see what we're looking at. Well, the first thing we need to do, obviously, is get all of the pieces and all of the parts out of the box. Now, we really don't know how to assemble this, so this could be a bit of a struggle, but we need to get things out. We're saving all of the packaging. We don't know what the odds are of getting this thing back in the box when we disassemble it for storage, but we're kind of hoping. So we're going to see how that goes as well today. Either way, let's have a look at all the different stuff that comes in this animatronic case. So the first thing we're going to need to do, here we have the metal base, and we will need to put his feet in place. First starting with his left and his right, and they will just slide over the metal posts here on the stand. Well, we now need to slide the bones over top of our metal framework. And then once we get them slid over, they will now get attached onto the lower framework, and they just slide and click into place. And now these bones don't snap into the feet, they just sort of sit in place to keep them aligned. And then you just want to slide the thigh bones onto your previously assembled parts. And again, they're just friction fit to hold them in place. And with his two legs assembled, you can now sit his pelvis in place. Now this clicks together at the back with a spring style button. You can access it right through the back of the leg here, and it clicks in firmly and secures both the legs in place as well to keep them from moving around. Well, we now need to put his torso onto his pelvis, but we have to do the connections here. And the connections are very specific. They can only go in one way. Guys, you're going to need a second person to do this. So I'll just get Mrs. Kenny here to hold the spine in place, and we'll place our connections together here. There is a little notch, almost like a keyway, that allows you to only install them one way. So we'll screw this together, and these are waterproof connections, guys, so this makes this animatronic indoor and outdoor. All right, so we're going to screw this together. That is the two connections at the pelvis done, and we're going to slide the excess cable down into his pelvis, into his tailbone area, and then Mrs. Kenny can lower the spine down carefully, just like that. And now there is a set screw that we can access right in through here, and we can tighten that up in order to complete this part of the installation. And guys, all of these set screws are a Phillips screwdriver. So you're going to need this in order to assemble this skeleton. Okay, so we now need to put the head in place. And again, we have the same kind of connections that only go one way. In this case, there's 3 of them. I'm not sure exactly what the 3 do, but they're color coded so you can't mess them up. So we'll just get these connectors here, connect them all up. And once we get them connected, then the excess will get placed up inside the skull, and then we can place the skull, fully seat it on the bar from the rib cage, and then tighten the set screw with the Phillips screwdriver. All right, and now it's time to attach the arms. Guys, they only go on one way, it looks like. So they will just slide on to the shoulder joint, and again, through a small access hole in the back, we have the set screw. Now guys, this is a metal set screw and a plastic arm. And you've heard me say it on the show before, in a battle between metal and plastic, metal will always win. So do not over tighten these. They are only meant to hold it in place and to keep it from falling off. You don't need to crank on it. Okay, and now it's time to attach the power. And guys, another waterproof connection here. This one just plugs in and screws into the back just like this. And there are clips all the way down the left leg that we can clip and conceal the wire down the back of his left leg. Now I will end up cutting off all of these tags because honest to goodness, they look terrible. So I'll slice those off and get rid of them as well. So that is the assembly done. And according to the instructions, we now need to plug him in and let the fun begin kind of thing. But from what I understand, he starts up in demonstration mode. So let's get him plugged in and see what he does in demo mode. And from there, I guess we'll shut that mode off and see what we can do with him. Ready? Yeah, plug him in.
Anticlimactic.
Very anticlimactic. So I guess this is where we take him out of demo mode. So let me show you how to do that. All right, so here on his back, we have what looks like a volume knob here. We have the mode button, second button down. This is a plug for a foot pad. We don't have a foot pad, so I'm not gonna worry about this. But apparently, to get him out of this demo mode, you push and hold this mode button for 7 seconds. So we'll just do that. And the LEDs on the opposite side have turned red. Let's turn him around and see what he's doing at this point.
Step into the shadows.
Whoa.
And enter my realm of the dead. May your night be filled with spooktacular thrills and chills.
Wow, is that so?
Oh. The living have arrived.
What are you looking at me for?
In this domain, the sounds of rattling bones and horrifying screams fill the haunting air. Enjoy your unfortunately short stay, for I guarantee you will not be here for long.
Okay, that's kind of weird. Now he is motion censored. There is a proximity.
Welcome, dear guests. Tonight, bones clatter and spirits chatter. Join the celebration of ghouls and creepy creatures alike as we raise a toast to the spookiest season of them all.
It's very loud.
Well, we can turn them down.
What?
There is a volume button here. Let's turn this down. Now, this guy does have a proximity sensor for motion. So I get the feeling what's happening is where I'm standing on the other side, it's seeing me close to him, and that's why he's activating. All right, so we'll turn him down even more. And I think what we're gonna do is have a look at the app and see what the app can do. So you can customize pretty much everything with this. His different eyes, you can make them stars, or let's see, we got skulls and crossbones here. We have all different colors of eyes. Oh, you can have it like a dragon eye, or maybe like a red dragon eye. So there's all kinds of different customizing that you can do with this. You can make him a loving skeleton, or you could make it flame eyes. You can customize the lights. to do whatever color you want and their brightness. His movement, you can change his head movements. You can change his arm movements. Now, I'm not sure if you can customize them or not, or you can add torso movement to the whole thing as well. So I'm not sure if the movements are customizable. I don't see any way here to customize it. So I don't know if you can see with all the reflections here, but it looks like we can create our own sound. So if we tap to record, or we can add an effect. All right, let's just do none.
My voice sounds like this.
There you go. So yes. And now I guess we're recording now. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is the skeleton talking on a cut above woodworkings. How's that? This one, play. So I think the voice needs to be a little more prominent in order to get the mouth to move. Let me try that again.
This is the skeleton talking on a cut above woodworkings.
Okay, so with a more prominent voice, it actually makes the mouth move. The other one was a little too quiet. I didn't quite know the ins and outs, but there you go. We can try that again.
This is the skeleton talking on a cut above woodworkings.
And we can change the eyes if we want for that. We can change the LED lights or his motion all on the app. It's all there for you to do. So you go, a little bit of a customization there. I still want to check out this live mode and see what that's all about. Okay, so apparently you can go into the live mode, but it is a separate Bluetooth connection to connect to the live mode of the skeleton. And once you do that, you can actually have him do the talking with you talking through your Bluetooth on your phone. So we'll just activate this, and it ends up like this. Now there is a little bit of a delay, but it's still pretty cool. So the other thing here with the skeleton is that his hands are fully posable. So you can put them however you want. His thumbs, his wrists are posable, but you can customize how his hands are. So if you want him to do a certain kind of a gesture, say like, here you go, I love you in sign language, well, he can do that. Or if you want,
he's pointing.
Oh, he's pointing. He's pointing. So you can make him point. You can make him do whatever you like with his hands. They are fully posable at each of the knuckles of each one of the fingers. Okay, so what we're going to do here, just out of curiosity, we want to fully take him apart and see if we can get him back in his original box for storage. Okay, so after a bit of a struggle, we managed to get this thing back in its original box. All of the extra cardboard, though, had to be left out. So if you want to pack this back up exactly as it was when you got it, my suggestion is pay very close attention. Maybe even take pictures with your cell phone as you remove things so that you can put them back in as they were packaged initially. For us, that didn't happen, and now everything is in this box. It's all secure in this box, but at least we have a box to store it in the off season. So just out of curiosity now, I'm wondering, how long is it going to take to assemble this from start to finish? You know what? Let's give that a whirl and see what happens. So there you go, about 7.5 minutes to put this guy together from start to finish, including checking the reference of the instructions at one point in time. Now, one thing I will suggest, all of the parts for this skeleton are labeled with a letter, and then you reference those letters to the instructions. It can be time consuming, it can be confusing. So we've taken a Sharpie, and on the inside of, say, the leg bones, we've labeled the left thigh bone, the left shin bone. That way, the next time we go to put it together, we don't need those labels. We've removed all of those stickers and added our own. And I've used a label maker to label a few things to tell us where the parts go and how things get aligned. So that's something you may want to consider. So about 7.5 minutes to put them together. I don't know, guys. He's pretty awesome. And there you have it. The Home Depot Skelly Skeleton animatronic. Guys, this thing is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. Its function is incredible. It has so many customization features that you can use. It is a little pricey, so fortunately for me, I was able to fit it into the show's budget, but I'm really looking forward to using this year, whether it be with pre-recorded messages or with the live mode like I'm using right here now. Either way, guys, I will post a link to this down in the video's description if you're interested. So check it out if it's something that you'd like to add to your spooky season. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in this week. If you haven't already, if you found any part of this video to be fun, likable, enjoyable, what have you, why not like and subscribe to the channel? We have an amazing audience base, and I'm hoping that you're going to consider becoming a part of that. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you've enjoyed the show. I hope that you're going to check this out if it's something that interests you. And more importantly, I hope you're going to join me next week when I bring you yet another Alternative Tuesdays. Happy Halloween.